Hi everybody, Rob here again, and this time in this ongoing series on how to play the City of Stains, I'm going to talk you through what are known as quarter actions. These are actions which we dealt with briefly in the video dealing with the various basic actions, but I kind of glossed over it because it requires a little bit more explanation. Uh, uh, excuse me, than any of the other basic actions. So just a reminder in Tabletop Simulator that we are dealing with this basic action known as the quarter action. And in this action, a faction may, as long as they have a leader in the quarter, this action is quarter linked, as are certain of the other basic actions. They may take the action on the specific quarter disk in that particular quarter. Reminder that when they take the action, it is flipped over and it's flipped onto its gray side to indicate that that quarter action is no longer available for the remainder of the round. Of course, at the end of the round, all of the used quarter actions are flipped back onto their face-up side. So what are the quarter actions? Well, let's begin with this one over here. The V for victory sign indicates that this is the quarter action that you need to take in order to win the game. So even if you've achieved the requisite number of quarters controlled to win the game, or you've achieved the victory conditions specific to your faction, in order to claim victory, you will need to spend one of your action cards face down to take this basic action and to move a leader into the quarter or onto the action if you want to make the point and thereby win the game. So this is a quarter action that will appear in every game. For those of you using Tabletop Simulator, there is a mouse over effect on all of these discs. If you hold the cursor over them, they will give you an indication of the name of the action as well as what it in fact does. So beginning with the secret paths, this quarter action will allow you to remove a ruin token from any quarter and to replace it with a level 1 portal token. What those are will become more apparent when we deal with the specific aspects of the various factions. The Oracle is an interesting one. If you take this action, you draw the top 3 cards of the event deck. You look at them, and you may take and gain the benefits of any forbidden cards in those top 3. Forbidden cards are normally the purview of the Circle faction, but any faction may take this and effectively steal the benefits of forbidden cards that the Circle has carefully shuffled into the event deck in order to gain the benefits. Once you've looked at all the cards, regardless of whether they are forbidden cards or not, you shuffle the 3 remaining cards back into the event deck, re-establishing a new event order of event cards in the deck. Moving to the Avenue of Gifts. Now, this quarter action allows you to spend 10 coins, and in doing so, you may convert 3 influence in any single quarter in the city. So, this is a very powerful way to convert coins into influence on the board. Moving down to the People's Forum, this particular action allows you to gain an additional vote in the Royal Council, which is a council that can cause or prohibit the passing of decrees and can also facilitate or prohibit the taking of certain advanced actions, but that will be dealt with in a later video. Moving to the hill, this particular place, the Academy, will allow you to convert 3 influence in a quarter, a single quarter that is, containing at least 1 discontent token. Remember, the discontent tokens are up here. and certain actions will cause them to be placed in the city. There, and generally, you can only place them into quarters where there is not already a discontent token. So that action will allow you in certain quarters to convert influence. So it's a very powerful way once the city becomes uh, full of discontent tokens. Down here we have the Hall of Whispers. The Hall of Whispers allows you to discard treasures from your faction board in order to gain an additional action cube, which is obviously a very powerful action because that will allow you to draw more cards at the start of any turn. Across to Waterfront, we have the Memorial Statue. Now, the Memorial Statue allows you to remove a leader from the graveyard, discard them permanently from the game. This could be any leader, not necessarily your own, and in doing so, you gain the equivalent of one contest victory. So your ability to compete in contests improves by one. And lastly, of the ones demonstrated on the board, the baths allow you, when you take this action, to flip any other quarter action back up into the ready position. Remember, normally any quarter action that was flipped would only flip back to its available side at the end of the round. But this action, were you to take it, would cause it to flip over and would allow you to effectively reflip another action back to its active side and effectively make it available for the same turn. So those are the actions that are currently on the board. In this particular game, don't forget, we randomly left out 3 actions. Let me explain those. Street food allows you to exchange rat tokens from your faction board for coins. Certain factions will have the ability to collect rats in the course of the game, and for each rat traded in this way, they will earn 1 coin for each faction in the game that has 10 or fewer coins. So postulate a 4-player game where 3 of the players currently have 10 or less coins, then each rat would be worth 3 coins by way of this particular action. There's no limit to the number of rats that can be traded in, but they must be done in one go. Similar, the Antiquities Exchange allows you to exchange treasure tokens from your faction board for money. So you can effectively turn in the treasures that you've acquired by exploring the dungeons below the city to make money. The exchange rate will change based on the number of exploration tokens that are still in the city. So the more of those exploration tokens that get taken off as people search and take the exploration action, the higher the value would be of each treasure traded in. In the rare situation where all 9 quarters have been stripped of their exploration tokens, each treasure would be worth 9 coins. But generally speaking, your treasures will therefore be worth anything from 0 to 9, depending on how many exploration tokens have been removed. This last quarter action is known as the Slumlord. Here, one can discard 3 building cards from one's hand to remove a single influence flag from a building in the city. So here you can actually remove other players or your own, if you have cause to, flags by simply trading in excess building cards. So those are an explanation, or that is an explanation of the quarter actions, their effects, what they do, and a reminder again that if you are confused while using Tabletop Simulator, you can simply use the mouse to hover over any of those discs in order to get an explanation for what that particular action does. So that's it for quarter actions. I hope you've enjoyed this explanation and look forward to the next video, which is going to deal with the basics of the advanced actions and the anatomy of an action card, what the various aspects mean, and how the cards are used. Thanks again for listening. I hope you have now enough information to at least dip your toes into the City of Stains, and hopefully you'll soon be able to play with all the options available to you as we go through these videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. This is Rob saying goodbye.